Hi there everyone. In this video I want to show you how to make this butterfly knitted hat. It's pretty simple, it's not very complicated. You do need to know how to do color knitting because I'm not showing you specifically how to do color knitting, so make sure that you do know how to do that. It's got a slight decrease here, and it's got a very slight pattern over there, just gives it a little bit of a different touch. If you want to put a pom-pom on, that's also great. If you want to use different colors, whatever works for you. But I've got 3 of them, 1, 2, 3. I managed to put 3 butterflies on, and yeah, that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So let's get started. So to start this project, I'm using Caron Simply Soft, and I'm using the black, and I'm using the yellow. And obviously you can use whichever colors you like. This is sunshine yellow, but whichever colors you choose to use. It's a 4 medium, and I'm using a size 5mm needle, which is an 8 in the US. And yeah, that's what we are using. Now, to begin your project, you wanting to cast on a multiple of 5 just for this beginning. This pattern we're casting on 90. And then when we've done our beginning section, we're going to increase by 6. So I'm going to show you how to do this pattern. Right, so to start the stitch, we are going to purl 2. Now this beginning row is always a little bit harder to do because I'm stretching them, but just bear with it. Get yourself a stitch marker that you can put in right over here. So for this first row, all you're going to do is purl 2 and knit 3. And you're going to just keep doing this for the whole row. So knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and then keep doing that. So do that for the whole row. Purl 2 and knit 3. Purl 2 and knit 3, and I will meet you at the end of this row. So we finished with row 1, and you finished with knit 3. You're going to do the exact same thing on your next row. You're going to purl 2 and you're going to knit 3. So just do exactly the same thing as you did on the previous round. So it's purl 2 and knit 3. So do that for this whole row, and you will end with the knit 3 the same as you did row 2. So do that for row 2, and then I'll meet you at the end of this row. Alright, so you do the same thing by ending with your 3 knit, and that's the end of that second round. Now for this row, you're going to start with purl 2 like you have been. So you're going to purl 2. Now with your yarn this side, with the yarn over here, you're going to slip 1, and you slip it purlwise. Slip 1, and then you're going to knit 2, and then you're going to pass that slipped stitch over these 2, like that. Okay, so you're going to purl 2, put your yarn this side, slip 1, knit 2, and then pull this slip stitch over these 2. And you're going to do that for the whole row. So just keep doing that for this whole row, and I will meet you back here. Okay, so now I've got my last little part, and we purl 2, and then we slip 1, knit 2, and pass your slip stitch over. Okay, so that's the end of that row. Now for the next row, you're going to purl 2. Now as you'll see, wherever you do the purl 2, you want to keep purling on those 2, because that's part of your pattern. These are always going to stay purl 2. So you purl 2, then you're going to knit 1, and then you're going to put your yarn over your needle, and you're going to knit another 1. Okay, so then because you got your purl again there, you're going to purl 2, and then you're going to put your yarn back this side so you can knit 1, then yarn over your needle, and you're going to knit another 1. And you can see you're starting to get a bit of a pattern forming. So you got rid of 1 there, so now we've got to add this other one by putting your yarn over. So let me do it with you again, because this one's slightly different. Purl 2. So we purl 2, and then you're going to knit 1, yarn over your needle, so come in this side, knit another one. And that's it. So you'll keep repeating this. Pull 2, knit 1, yarn over needle and knit 1. So you do that for this round and you go all the way to the end, and then you're just going to keep repeating those 4 rows. But I'll finish this one and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, so I've pulled 2 and then it's going to be knit 1, yarn over and knit 1, and that's the end. Now those are the rows that form your pattern. So now you're going to just keep repeating that. So now you're going to go back to row 1 and you're going to just do this, pull 2 and knit 3. So you're going to just keep repeating those 4 rows, and that gives you your pattern. I'm going to just finish mine and then I'll show you what to do next. Alright, so I've done that pattern and I've done it 2 times. So now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it further. If you want to make your board a little bit bigger, you can. Now I've got to increase 6 stitches. I kind of do a few stitches, increase a few. I don't really count. I just increase 6 evenly over here. And all that you do is you're going to do that. It's like you're going to knit, but don't take it off. Just do this and come into the back of this stitch. And that's 1 that I've increased. Okay, and then I'm going to just keep knitting. A few stitches till I feel is kind of where another one is needed. And just be careful of some of these stitches where you had your yarn over, because you don't want to pull them off. See, like this is a stitch. Don't pull that one off thinking it's not. Just be careful when you go around. Okay, I'm going to do another increase. So you do it like you're going to knit, but instead of pulling it off, you lift this over and come into the back of this stitch over here. Okay, so it's like you're going to knit, just come into the back of this stitch right in the back, like that, and knit it. And there I've increased 2 stitches. So do that all the way around, and then I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so to actually start the motif on our hat, you just need to know the basics about color knitting, because I'm not actually going to explain the color knitting to you, but all you're going to do is follow your pattern. I have there that you do 8 black, so you'll do 8 in the black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, on number 7 you can start introducing your yellow. I just kind of wrap it around my yarn. That's 7 and then 8. So now I just get ready with my new color. I'm going to just put it over there so I can start. So that should be 8. Let's just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. Okay, so 8 in the black. Then it's 3 in the yellow. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going pretty loosely. Now, because it's 3, I don't need to, I can carry this. As long as I don't have too many, I can carry. Now it's 10 black, so I'm going to carry my black for a little way. My yellow. 1, 2, 3. I don't like to do it longer than, say, 4. And then I'm going to just carry my yellow in the back. I'll just pop it on top there and keep knitting. So every like 4 stitches or 3, it's up to you. You'll just carry it like that. Don't want it to be too tight or too loose. Otherwise it puckers or it's going to be a nuisance. So anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to just bring mine over again. 9 and then 10. And then it's 3 yellow again. 1, 2, 3 in the yellow and then 8 in the black. So 1, 2, 3. I'll just carry it in the back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that's what I've got for the first row. That's going to be with your first motif. Now you just repeat what I had. You do that 3 times. So now you're going to start again with 8 black, 3 yellow, 10 black, 3 yellow, 8 black. then you're going to start again with that row. So you're doing number 1 3 times, and that's basically all that you're going to do. So you just follow my chart. If I find that there's something else that I need to explain to you, I will come back to you, but otherwise you're just going to color knit the chart that I gave you. Yeah, just keep doing that, and hopefully we'll start seeing our butterfly take shape soon. Okay, so this is the last row of the color work with the butterfly, and these turned out really well. I do like the way it's come out, and I thought I'd just kind of pick up from here with you. And I work, like I said, with the 2 colors in 2 different hands. It doesn't matter which way you do it. And it's got to be 11 black, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. But I just work with you a little bit. 8 9 10 11 black, and then it's 1 yellow, and then it is 8 black. 1 2 3 4 6 7 8. Thought I'd do this with you so you can just see the way I do it. 8 black and then 1 yellow, and then for the next motif it's 11 again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, and then it'll be 11 black. 1 2 3, and usually on the 4th one is when I carry mine, and all I do is I just put it on top of my needle and I do that. And now the next one is set up. So finish this row, and that's what the butterfly looks like. So finish that row, and then when you've finished with that row, do 1 plain row in black. So I'm going to finish mine. I'm going to come here, and then I'm going to just do 1 plain row in black, and I will meet you back here. So I've gone all the way around, and this was just 1 plain knit row in black. And now what we're going to do, so you did your motif and you just did 1 plain black row after that. Now what I want to do is on this row we're going to decrease 6 stitches evenly across. So what we're going to do on this row now is we're going to knit 14 stitches, and then we're going to decrease. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. Then what you're going to do, you're going to slip 1, you're going to knit 1, and you're going to pull the slip stitch over. Whoops. You're going to pull that slip stitch over. Now we've just decreased. So you're going to do another 14. 1 13 14. You're going to slip the next stitch, knit 1, and then pull that slip stitch over. So do that all the way around. Knit 14, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over, and you should end up with 90 stitches. So do that all the way around, and I'll meet you back. So this is the end. I slipped 1, knit 1, and pull the slip stitch over. And whoops. And that is the end of that first row of decreasing. Now on the next row, you're going to knit 13, slip 1, and pull the slip stitch over. So now instead of 14 it's 13. So 13, and you slip 1, knit 1, and pull the slip stitch over. And you're going to just keep doing that, and you'll see you end up with a little bit of a pattern at the top there. So just knit 13 for this row, and then I'll meet you back at the end of that. Okay, so I did 13, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. Now we're going to continue with this little routine, just going down, just follow the pattern. We're just going to keep decreasing. So the next row now will be 12, you knit 12, and then you slip 1, knit 1, and pull the next stitch, pull that stitch over. Then after the 12 for the next row, you're going to knit 11, decrease, then 10, decrease, 9, decrease, and you're going to just keep doing that. As you see, you start getting a little bit of a pattern over here where you're decreasing. It's hard to see now because I'm right in the beginning, but you'll see it more defined as you go. So keep doing that. I will come back and see, but just follow the pattern. Just keep decreasing as I've shown you. Just keep going down 12, 11, 10 and 9. So keep doing that and then I'll get back to you. If you have to change your needles onto 4 needles before I do that, but otherwise I'll meet you back when I change mine onto 4 needles. Okay, so now I've got to change over to my double pointed needles because I'm at where I'm doing 5 stitches and then decreasing, so this has become too small for this lot. So all that you do is get to the beginning of your work, and there's no set law as to how many stitches you put on each needle, but you want to kind of make it even. So anyway, I have to knit 5 and then decrease. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my... Okay, so I'm going to knit 5. And you want to make it fairly tight in the beginning. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip 1, knit 1, and pull the slip stitch over. Now this is not, I'll be honest, this is not my favorite thing, knitting with these needles, but you got to do it. Unless there is a way to do it on this actual needle, but I don't want to go there now. But anyway, so I'm going to put a few more on this one just to even them out. So, and just kind of remember where the beginning of your new row is, because you do want to remember that. Anyway, so let me do another one. 1, 2, 3. I can get another one. 4, 5. Slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. I'm just going to knit another 2 and then I'm changing. So 1, 2. Now I'm going to get my other needle and I'm going to just keep going. 1, 2. You just come in right next to this one. 3, 4, 5. And just keep your pattern. Slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Just pull my stitches up. Whoa. 4. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next one now. So I knitted 4, then the next is a slip stitch. Slip 1, knit, wait, hold on. It should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just got to keep your head screwed on. 5, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. Okay, yeah, I'm going to get another one. See, yeah, these have got too many on, but it's okay. It doesn't change your knitting. It doesn't matter how many you have on each. It just makes it a little bit easier. But anyway, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. Okay, so now I've got them on these 4 needles. Okay. All 4 of them are on there and this one can be put away. Now you take in your 5th one and this is what we're going to knit. So now this row we've got to do 4. So you got to keep in remembrance that which you are doing. So now it's 4. So 1, and this will be row 1. So I'm going to put this on here just so I know this is row 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. Okay, so I've got them all on there and I'm just knitting with the next stitch. Now 1 needle, 1, 2, 3, 4, slip 1, knit 1, pull that slip stitch over, and 1, 2. So now you've come to the end of this one. This empty one is going to be used as the next one. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. See, so you're just knitting these two now. So this one's going to become my next one that goes onto there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. See, now this one is going to be used for that. So you just turn it around, 4, and you're going to use this one. 4, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over, and this empty needle, so the empty needle just gets used on your next row. And as you see, I'm coming to my last one here, so let's do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. Okay, so now I know I'm back to row 1. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we're back to row 1. And as you can see, you're just getting a little bit of a pattern there. Not a major pattern, but just a little something to make it a bit different. Now, if you want, if this of yours is a little short this way, you can do rows where you don't decrease. I'm decreasing on every row because I think I'm close to where I want to be. But if you don't want to do that, you can do one row, decrease, and then the next row you don't decrease, you just do a plain knit row. And that will make this go a little bit longer. But anyway, so let's do the next row. Okay, so now it's every 3, and just be careful that you don't lose your stitches off your needles. So now it's every 3, and this, remember, is going to be row 1 again. So I'm just going to put this on there so I know. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, slip 1, knit 1, pull slip stitch over. 1, 2, 3, slip 1, knit 1, pull slip stitch over. 1. Okay, so now I slipped 1 and my knit is over here. So now we have a bit of a problem because I can't slip that one over. So all that you do is just put this one onto there and pull the slipped stitch over. You really just have to play with this. Okay, and then I've got these few, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over, and last one with the 3, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. Now we're going to go to 2. So now this is going to be my next row 1, so I'll put it on here, and now it's every 2. So now we're getting really close to being done. So this is the exciting part. 1, 2, slip. Okay, last row with a 2. 1, 2, slip 1, knit 1, and pull the slip stitch over. Okay, so we are now just about done. Now I'm going to do another row, and then I might just end it off. I'll see. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here, and we're going to do, now it's going to be 1, slip 1, pull it over. So this is very close. So 1, it's going to do 1, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. 1, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. Okay, so it was knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. And you just do that to the end. So it's knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, pull slip stitch over. Knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, and pull the slip stitch over. Okay, so for the next row, you're going to slip 1, knit 1, and pull the slip stitch over. Slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. Slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over. It's careful you don't lose your stitches. Slip 1, knit 1, pull the slip stitch over, and for the last part here, slip one, knit one, pull the slip stitch over, slip one. Ooh, I'm going to lose my stitches. Knit one and pull the slip stitch over. Now this last one, so now these are my last few stitches, and I am actually just going to cast them off. I'm just going to end it, put myself out of this misery here. Alright, so now all I'm going to do is cast these off. So I'm going to knit one, knit two, pull that slip stitch over. Then I'm going to knit the next stitch, and all I'm doing is casting off. Pull this stitch over, knit the next one, pull that one over. There's a very fine work here, that's why it's not the easiest. Okay, just stay where you were, don't go to the wrong stitch. Knit one, slip stitch over, knit one, slip stitch over, and you are finished. Now let's see what that looks like. Okay, perfect. Now you're going to just cut this off, and you can sew it in at the top there because it doesn't always have the best little end. I just do this. See, that last stitch is pulling a bit. But anyway, so you can put a pom-pom on the top if you want to, or whatever you want to do at the top here. Otherwise, you just end it off, pull that through, and then you just push this in, and I just sew it. I kind of push this lot in, and I just sew it on the other side, and then it's nice and round. And then you've got a little bit of a pattern here, which is going around like that, and that's your hat. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.